I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, Israel. Yahweh This is Officer Lakumad, the I.S.U.P.K. in Hawaii. To go ahead and get this started, if you ever wanted a reason to not join the white man's army or the police force, you should actually look up the suicides and the rape cases statistics, all right? In fact, check this statistic out. And just choosing a random one, I went to the one that happened between April and September of 2008. All right, it's actually a much broader range or whatever, but this is where stuff actually started coming out per se. All right, and this is an article by Colonel Ann Wright. She's a colonel in the U.S. military. Okay, full bird, so to say. Between April and September of 2008, 99 women in the U.S. military have been killed while deployed. 58 of that 99 were killed in combat situations. All right, 41 of the 99 U.S. military women have been killed in Iraq, died in non-combat related incidences. All right. Of those 41 women that were killed, they were all women of color. All right. Again, the 41 women, I want y'all to grasp this. All right. 41 women. The 40 out of the 99, 41, the 41 women that have died in non-combat situations were women of color. Okay, 21 African Americans, 16 Hispanics, 3 Asian Pacific, and 1 Native American. Okay, and so to actually get deeper into what has happened with them, I'm going to scroll down. Okay, it says most of the deaths of the women who have died in non-combat situations have died of gunshot wounds, and they have been classified as suicides rather than homicides. Okay? According to Army reports, young, white, unmarried junior enlisted troops were the most likely to commit suicide. Yet, statistics have said otherwise. Okay? And I have a list of all the women, in fact, almost 50-something pages of all their cases, and none of them actually make any sense, okay? And I'm pretty sure the link to this article is gonna be somewhere on the page or whatever, but if anybody need copies of this, again, it's Colonel Ann Wright, all right? If y'all wanna get the full story, okay? Going deeper into it, it says the Department of Defense statistics are alarming. 1 in 3 women who join the U.S. military will be sexually assaulted or raped by men in the military. Okay? The warnings to women should be begin above the doors of the military recruitment stations. as that is where the assaults on women in the military begins, before they are even recruited. The military has categorized each of the deaths of women who were first sexually assaulted as deaths from non-combat related injuries, and then added suicide. Okay? Specific U.S. Army units and certain U.S. military bases in Iraq have an inordinate number of women who have died of non-combat injuries, with several identified as suicides. All right. Again, this is crazy. I don't see how anybody, if you read this, these statistics, they're actually worse. And this is just in a period of 3 months, okay? This is just in the period of 3 months. So it's no telling what goes unreported. It's no telling what else they actually cover up. And out of all of these cases, I want to say almost 80% of them, you don't see anything concerning the men who are actually involved with it. Meaning they got off free, okay? Going down, just reading a random one. 8 women from Fort Hood, Texas, 6 from the 4th Infantry Division, and 2 from the 1st Armored Cavalry Division have died of non-combat related injuries on the same base, Camp Taji, and 3 were raped before their deaths. 2 were raped immediately before their deaths, and another raped prior to arriving in Iraq. 2 military women have died of suspicious non-combat related injuries on Balad base, and 1 was raped before she died. 4 deaths have been classified as suicides. Okay? Even if you look on the military statistics concerning the suicides, overall amongst the veterans, 8,000 veterans commit suicide a year. I want to say that's 22 deaths per day. And they actually have reason to believe that number is actually higher now than anything else. All right. We do not belong join with this devil. All right. Especially if he can get away with doing what he's doing to us. Okay. Blacks have been serving in these militaries since, I want to say since the Revolutionary War, all right? Even, in fact, there's black soldiers that we don't even know about that they've actually tried, sneak into the history books, slowly but surely, even through the Civil War, so on and so forth. And then there's been, secret testing that's been going on. That's actually going to be put out in another video, all right? I'm actually getting ahead of myself, too, all right? There's no doubt in my mind that the beast of this Bible, or this devil, this serpent, is the so-called white man. All right. We're gonna go to Psalms 55 and 21. Again, that's Psalms 55 and 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." All right. White men don't have to actually come into these countries with, big machine weapons or looking a certain way. They come to these countries with suits and briefcases. All right. If you don't want to follow protocol, if you don't want us to rule over you, then okay. The military is gonna come in then, and probably within a year, you'll have maybe 6 or 7 bases right there, okay? In fact, this actually ties into everything that's going on in Revelation, all right, concerning the mark of the beast, all right? This is why we need to come up out these churches. We need to come up out these, military. We need to come up out these, these police departments. We need to come up out of IUIC, if anything, especially if they're saying it's okay to join the military, that it's okay to join the police force, okay? Anybody that wants to join unto this devil, yes, they they're telling you to accept the mark of the beast. It's not no microchip or whatever. It's no whatever these Christians are saying, the 6-point star, something like that. The mark of the beast is a way of them identifying you with this beast, this American way of life. Anything associated with the white man, that's the mark of the beast. Okay, being marked in your forehead and in your right hand. That's the knowledge and the work behind it. Okay. When the Bible says mark them that cause division, it didn't say, literally, put a stamp on them or something. But those who are actually causing confusion, in fact, look at this beast. What ways do you can actually tell who has the mark of the beast? All right, by the way they look, how they walk, how they talk, how they live their life. All right, that's how you know this book is written for one particular people, for one nation. All right, we are called to be a holy, set apart nation, to be separate from the rest of the world. All right, when the white man wants to go out and eat pork and have sex with dolls, or say it's okay to be gay or whatever, let him have that. We don't want no part in that. All right, we need to follow this book. We need to come together as a nation and actually follow this book again. All right, this book is our blueprint to coming up. This Bible is the blueprint to our salvation. All right, this Bible is the only thing that's going to actually help us defeat this beast. All right, and rise up again as a nation. All right. And again, if anybody wants the full story, this lady's name is COL.ANN, right? And I'll make sure I list this this information in the description. All right. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.